Okay, we're done with simple staining. So now we have bacterial cell structures and differential stains. Okay. So you are already familiar with gram staining, and again, gram staining could differentiate bacteria into two groups based on the chemical composition of their cell wall. Okay. Of course, bacteria are transparent prior to staining, and we use the primary stain crystal violet. Uh, it stained both gram negative and gram positive. So uh, after crystal violet, both gram positive and gram negative cells appears purple, and we use iodine as a mordant or intensifier, and under after iodine uh, treatment, of course, gram negative cells and gram positive cells appears purple. Um, yeah, and then after that, we use alcohol as a decolorizing agent or sometimes acetone for some seconds. And of course, gram negative cell will wash the crystal violet iodine complex will be washed away by our decolorizer. Okay, and of course to visualize gram negative cell because they lost their pigment, so we need to put counter stain, which is saffronin. So that's why gram negative cell appears red to pink in color, and gram negative, of course, purple. Okay, so we could use a direct smear. So this is an example of direct smear, and it's not really clear, but take note this like dark structure, like it looks like black, but it's a purple. So those are gram-positive bacteria, and here the one with uh, like here uh, this one with arrow. Um, that is gram negative Diplococcus. And inside the circle, those are ito pa here. These are rods, okay? So bacilli, okay? Negative bacilli. So this is a direct smear with positive control. So what is like positive control? So usually when you do gram staining, it's better to put a positive control to check your technique. So you will put gram positive bacteria, like already known gram positive bacteria, and then you will also put already known gram-negative bacteria, and of course your unknown or you isolate like unknown isolate. And then you will do the gram staining. Okay, so this example, it's a combination of like positive and negative control, and then I think they're kind of trying to determine if uh, the one inside the cell is a gram negative or gram positive bacteria. Okay, and take note though the steps of gram staining uh, kind of look easy. Seriously, it's so difficult. Okay, why? Because you sometimes it's possible to uh, have like under decolorized gram staining or over decolorized gram staining. So for example, we have here epithelial cells together with this bacteria, like this rod bacteria. And as you can see, the washing step, it didn't really remove most of the crystal iodine complex after decolorization. That's why it appears patchy. Okay, and another thing here, it's uh, over decolorized. Like, just imagine this is the chick cell, but um, I think the crystal violet iodine is like completely washed out. Okay, so the positive control, like your positive control, which is the purple cell, are kind of gone. Okay, another thing need to consider, of course, the reagent. Sometimes the crystal violet started to form crystal if the crystal violet stain is old or inadequately filtered. Okay, and another thing to consider also is the age of your bacterial culture. So sometimes pag matanda na or old na yung culture, those old gram-positive culture may lose their ability to resist decolorization. Okay? So it appears like they are gram-negative pero gram-positive talaga sila. It's because they are old. Okay, so it's better to use like fresh culture, like 24-hour old or less than 24 hours. So that is very good for um, what's this, gram staining. Okay, and another way to do gram staining or to test, and not another way to do gram staining, another way to differentiate uh, cell into gram positive or gram negative is by use of potassium hydroxide. Okay, so potassium hydroxide is a non-stain um, test. We don't need to put any stain, so it doesn't have color, but you just have to put potassium hydroxide for 1 minute. And take note, later on, using the loop, you can slowly um, mix, or then the loop is slowly withdrawn. Okay, and then of course, if it's gram negative, you will form this viscous, stingy adhesive um, structure. Okay, so it means it's a gram negative. Otherwise, if it's gram positive, there's no viscous thingy adhesive thing here. Okay, so the emulsion remains watery.